Alright guys, so we're gonna do a video on how to skin a deer. Shot a pretty good sized doe today in Missouri with the alternative season. And we're gonna do a quick little video of how we skin them. So, it's my brother Jacob. He's gonna be the one doing the skinning because he's a lot quicker than I am at it. He's done quite a few more than me. So, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this one. And for people that don't know, on the back legs, you don't need a saw to cut them off. Just cut the joint. You can pop them right off. So you got one back leg off. Just cut the joints. Cut the second leg off. This is a homemade skinning bench that we've made. We make new ones about every 4 or 5 years, especially when we do our hogs, because they're really hard on them. So the front legs, same thing. You cut a joint and you just break them off. Show you on this one.
There's two joints. There's a high one and a low one. I usually try to hit that low one. And the back legs, a lot of people are too afraid to go low enough to hit the joint because they think they're going to cut the tendon.
Yeah. And then on the front legs, there's a brown and a white line where the skin color meets. We usually just cut right down that, as close as we can get.
Just trying to flip. This time of year, the brisket hair is thick.
Yeah.
Just rolls off of them.
It just started raining here right after. By the time we got done hunting to go eat breakfast, it started raining, so this one's pretty wet.
I'm going to use this knife to run down the legs, then use my skin.
Yeah. The same thing with back leg. Run it straight down. Cut it through. I don't know how long this video will be up on the YouTube. It might get taken down right after I post it because of, the blood, but our family used to have a meat processing business right here, and it's been closed for 25, 30 years or so, but we still have it all set up to where the family uses it, for our personal family use. Makes it pretty handy because we got a big walk-in cooler, we got meat grinder that's commercial sized, all kinds of stuff, so it's handy for us. Basically, you just want to try to get all the skin off without getting much meat on it. Our deer hides, we don't save them, so we're not real worried about poking holes. We don't poke holes in them much, but we'd rather poke a little hole in the hide than get a big hunk of meat on the hide. So. And I know there's about 400 different ways to skin a deer. This is just the way our family does it. It's the way we've always done it. Works pretty well for us. Now, one of the biggest things when working with the back legs is you want to make sure you don't cut that tendon, because then you're going to have a hard time hanging it. And of course, if we had a big buck that was going to cape out or whatever, we definitely would not skin it this way. Not even close to this way. This is kind of a just cut the hide off so we can hang the meat kind of skin. You guys have seen a video or two of me skinning right here. The same place I skinned my coyotes and my coons and everything. And for the most part, about 90% of our deer, we try to save as much meat as we can. So we usually shoot them in the neck. I'm not really going to show where I shot it just because, you know, YouTube, even Facebook, they'll cover it and make it disappear after a day. So for most of our deer, we shoot in the neck just so we're not losing a whole bunch of our chest meat and arm meat and stuff. But this is just a clean way to skin that we've always done. I know a lot of people just hang them up and yank the hide off, but you're more tend to, you know, tear a bunch of meat off on the hide, or who knows what all you can do. This, you don't really get any meat on the hide, you leave it all on the animal, on the carcass. This one is kind of stiff because we shot it. And it's been about 2 hours since we shot it because we went and had breakfast and stuff. So it's a little on the stiff side. Like I said, when you're skinning, it's not, you know, all about how fast you can get it done, because that's normally when you cut chunks of meat off or poke a whole bunch of holes in the hide or whatever. We're just worried about keeping our meat clean, trying not to get a bunch of hair on it. That's what we're focused on. We're not trying to see who can skin the deer in under 5 minutes. That's not what we're doing here. Because as you can see, you know, there's no meat coming off on the hide. Want to save as much as we can. So now we're going to bring our, we got a winch here that we use. Now we got everything skinned but the back and the neck. We'll come over here. Finish skinning the back end of it up.
Fighting around here a little bit. There's a lot of fat on it.
Yeah. This is a really good sized doe. It's an older doe. Second, I believe. And then the bow season ends on the 15th, but you know, we're usually tagged out by now, but I've been so busy that I ain't had time to even try to go shoot any deer. So we're gonna try to get a couple to get meat in the freezer for the year. So you got your tail. You just take your knife and push your knife through the tail. And from then on out, you just push it and pull it all the way down and raise it. It just pulls right off. So you're gonna have to, you know, you always take the knife and you're gonna keep with it so you don't end up tearing a big chunk of meat off or something. And we're trying to save all the meat we can. And on the neck, just cut around it, cut all the meat and the tendons and stuff. And you can just twist it right off.
Of course, it went where she was shot instead of where I cut it.
Yeah, my brother, as you can see, that's right where I hit it. So that's basically how we skin our deer here. We're going to go ahead and hose it off real good. You always want to make sure it's clean. We don't split the brisket. We never have. There's not really a reason to. We split the brisket. Honestly, just makes it harder to process.
Fill them up with dirt when you're dragging them out.
Yeah, so if you guys like this video, go ahead and like it. Let me know. We're going to process the deer. We're going to try to do it tomorrow. If we don't have time, we're just going to do it sometime this week, but might be able to do a little video on how we do that. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and like and comment and let me know. We're going to go ahead and hose this off, and then we're going to hang it in our cooler. We got our walk-in cooler here. So, thanks for watching.